Hey guys, so I wanted to talk to you today about something that is likely something you've encountered before or are thinking about now or will have to deal with in the future. And that is how to decide if it's time to give up. And I say this in direct relation to a particular manuscript or project that you're working on. How do you know if it's time to give up? How do you know if it's time to stop submitting and simply just chalk it up to failure and then move on? Well, of course, it's not a simple answer, right? This really has a lot to do with my very first piece of advice, which is you need to go back to thinking about why you started in the first place. This is either you felt compelled to share the story because you knew that by sharing it, you could potentially change somebody's life, or maybe you initially shared this story or wrote this book because you wanted to become known as an expert in your field, and that was why you were doing it, and all of your contemporaries seem to be doing something similar. Maybe it was because you always dreamed about being a published author, and for you, published meant traditional publishing, and so the thought of self-publishing is just a no-go for you. I want you to really, really think hard about what was your initial reason for writing this story and for sharing it. Now that's going to be step one into figuring out, is it time to give up the ghost on this particular project? The second thing is I want you to think about what was your original dream for getting it published in the first place. Was it always only if I get it traditionally published because a traditional publisher will do XYZ? And if you've watched any of my other videos, I want you to be real with yourself about whether or not that's actually what a traditional publisher would do for you, right? They don't sell all the books for you. Is self-publishing something you thought, well, I'll only do it if I give X amount of time to trying to find a traditional publisher? I want to think about this too, because I just watched an interview that I might even link down to in the notes below because I thought it was really excellent. Stephen Pressfield, author of many, many books, including The Legend of Bagger Vance, and then one of my faves, the War of Art, shared that even for his latest book, now this is a man who's been doing it for a while, and he shares some other things about his journey that in this interview that I thought were fascinating, including how long he persevered writing before he ever got paid to write. Okay, that was one thing. But essentially, even in his latest book, and this is a man who has incredible success, was getting his latest book rejected, and nobody was wanting to do anything with it, including his business partner, after 3 years, was giving up. And he pulled out one final stop, and that one panned out. And he admits in the interview he's not even sure what he would have done had that not panned out. Okay? But you can see, if that's what a successful writer is experiencing, you need to open your eyes about what your path might be. There is no one path to successful publication. There are multiple paths. And so to give you a short answer with those first two things about why did you start writing the story and what had you imagined publishing was going to do for you, or where had you imagined your book would go if it were published, those two pieces of information that you gain from answering those questions should lead you to your next step of deciding, is the path that I'm on right now the only path I'm willing to tread? And if so, how long have I been going at it? Like, have you been going at it for 3 years or more? Is that the only way that you see success? Any other path doesn't feel like success to you? Or do you maybe just need to tweak what it is that you see as success with what you know now about the realities of publishing? The truth is, publishers are in business, And so they are going to make the decisions, and that's individual publishers within a publishing house as well as the publishing house as a whole. All of their decisions are made around whether or not they think they can sell a book. We are not in the days when just feeling really passionately about a message is enough. They have to be passionate and see the marketability for it. And it's not necessarily just the marketability of the book, but whether they think they are the person and the team to do that. If they don't share your vision, you don't want to partner with them anyway. So they are not necessarily, maybe it feels like they're making a judgment about your manuscript, and maybe they are, but even if they are, it doesn't mean they're the only way through. They have to make the best decision for themselves because they're in business and they need to see how they're going to sell it. But if you have impeccable belief in your story, in your writing, in your book, then you have to keep going. I can't tell you how long, but I will tell you this. As the person in the front line of receiving rejection on manuscripts that I know are beautiful and well written and important, I can tell you that I must be fairly patient, because if I believe in it, I will never give up. I will just simply look for another way, the path of least resistance to the publication that we seek. Because at the end of the day, if you've written a story, you want to share the story. So how can we share it with the widest audience possible? Hopefully, now that didn't totally stay on a script, but hopefully that helps you answer your question, or at least start the conversation for yourself if you are having those doubts, like, should I keep going? Generally speaking, I would say yes, but you don't have to keep going without doing some analysis as to what you've done before, what you might want to think about changing, and how you want to move forward based on what you feel success is. As always, if you've got any questions, put them in the comments below, or just comment and let me know if you've got anything good out of this particular video. Of course, if you have a subject you want me to talk on or answer a question for you in a future video, please put that in the comments below as well. Or you can send me an email at anjanette@storyaslife.com. Until next time, I know you have a story to tell, and it's time to tell it. I'll see you. Bye.